All right, so I decided to do the workout of the week. Today's Thursday, and I'm gonna watch the workout. I recorded it. I'm gonna watch it and kind of talk through it as I watch it. I literally just finished. I'm still dripping in sweat. Very much not professional looking here, but wanted to give it my most authentic, raw reaction. So, without further ado, let's get this started. Oh, all right. Here we go. So, my goal coming into this, I did this in 2015, and my goal was to beat that time, which was 8:01. I remember being unsatisfied with that workout, with that score at the time. I felt like I should have been more in the 6 to 7 minute range. So I kind of had it in my head going into this that, hey, if I push and kind of strategize better, I'll be able to get a good score on it. This in 2015, this workout was after, I want to say Easter. I just remember I had been gone that weekend. I didn't do it before I left. Came back and tried to do it on Monday. So I was coming back from traveling. I remember I just wasn't on any sort of like good regimen with my diet. Probably had some drinks and stuff. And so this workout wrecked me in 2015. I actually had maybe even borderline rhabdo, thinking back on it. Like I could hardly squat, hardly run. Like it was, my legs were very locked up. So my goal here was to get the 27 cals done in about a minute 15. That's how I paced it out. And it went pretty well. Yeah, so here I'm at, 26, 27. So a minute 4, according to the rowing screen. And then I gave myself a little transition time. I think I had written down to start my thrusters at 125. And here I started at 115. So I said the first set, I wanted to pace it out. And so I was going to do 3 sets of 9. And as you can see, my thrusters, when I come up, my hips shoot up first. And then I kind of press through my toes. And that is not optimal form. I've got super long levers. And so that just... Thrusters have always been a really tough movement for me, especially given how much of a range of motion I have to do. So then I took about a 10-second break. I was trying to do 9 thrusters every 30 seconds. That was my goal for these first sets of thrusters. So I had an extra 10 seconds off of my pace time. I wrote out, you can't see the whiteboard there, but I wrote out all my different sets and what times I was supposed to start at. So at the beginning, I was like, cool, I've got about a 10-second lead. I'm on a good time here. I'm on a good track to beat that 8:01 time. Thrusters, right now, my heart rate was still pretty far down. When I'm doing thrusters, something I learned a few years ago was how valuable it is to just continue to breathe throughout the thruster. So it doesn't matter where I am in the movement, my breathing is not synchronized to that movement. So it's not like I'm holding my breath on the way down and then breathing and exhaling when I'm overhead. I am just trying to keep breathing independently of where I'm at in that movement. So that I've found that steady state and steady flow of oxygen helps me the best on thrusters. So now we're into the round of 21 here. I had 28 cals when I sat down on it, so I was going to 49 here. Still in a good pace, trying to beat that 8:01 time cap. And I think, so I gave myself around a minute paced out to get my 21 calories. And so at about 1,500 calories per hour, you can usually get about a calorie per pull. And so when I look at my strokes per minute, it's kind of hard to see, but I'm around 27, 28 strokes per minute. And that tells me that's about how many calories I can get in a minute. So obviously when your first couple pulls, you don't normally get a calorie right away. So there's a little bit of delay with that. So there I'm at 49. At 3:45, again, I was still a little ahead of schedule. And it's here in the round of 21 where things kind of start to derail a little bit. So my goal was to go 11:10 on these. I wanted to minimize rest time. And so I wanted to try to not drop the bar. And it was right around now when I started feeling there. I slowed down a little bit, started feeling it in my shoulders, started feeling it more in my lungs. And I said, okay, change plans. I'm going to go 777 and try to kind of minimize that rest. So I did 7. And that's what's tough about this workout is in the moment, I feel like I dropped that bar and picked it up right away again. Like watching that seemed like 2 to 3 times as long as it felt. So here I'm like, okay, let's get my next set of 7. One more. Boom. So I dropped that. I finished that thruster at 4:45. Let's see when I pick it up again. Okay, still, so about 15 seconds. Again, in my head, that was 5 to 10 seconds. I wasn't staring at the clock. That was about how much time I felt I needed to get back to the bar. So already, like you can see, I might have bit off a little more than I could chew early on. Maybe I didn't rest as much, or I just need to work on my conditioning, work on my thrusters. Like that's also just very real possibility. So get out of breath, but I know I can continue to push on the rower. So this is the round of 15. And yeah, here we go. We've got, I don't remember what I think I had another extra calorie there. So I'm behind pace now. I'm behind that 8-minute pace, or to beat that. I think when I originally paced it out, I had my finish time around 7:30. So that was kind of my way of pacing out, and that way I gave myself a bit of a buffer. But with those 2 sort of longer 15-second breaks, instead of, it was supposed to be like a 1 15-second break, I think, between 11 and 10. So rowing still went pretty good. Legs are starting to burn a little bit here. And for the pacing, I wrote out just going 15 unbroken. I really thought the 3 sets of 9 and the 11 and 10 was going to be paced out enough that I would have enough gas in the tank to go 15 unbroken. After doing 3 sets of 7 for this round of 21, I knew I was going to have to go 8-7. And already there, I got off the rower, and yeah, I put my hands on the bar pretty quickly, but it still took me a little bit of time to get that bar up to my shoulders and get moving. There we go. So there's 8. I'm feeling it. That was about 6:52 I finished at. Yeah, we're already coming up to 10 seconds here. Coming up on 15 seconds again. It's going to be about 20 seconds before I pick up that bar again. More than that now. Wow. Again, that felt so quick. That felt like just a few breaths, and then I was back on the bar. And yeah, 25 seconds. So we're going to finish out this set of 15 here, 8 and 7. And that's where, it's just heavy enough of a barbell for me right now where, yeah, doing sets under fatigue, like I don't trust my body physically to do it. My mind is like, no, hey, rest longer. So this is it. In my last round of 9, I was at 66 cals on there, so I'm going to go to 75. So obviously 8:01, not in the cards to beat that, but we are now chasing that sub 9 time, which, yeah, I'm still able to pull about a calorie per pull here. And do I get that? Yeah, so I got that last one there. Unstrap, and now it's just go, right? Hopefully I just walk right up there and grab it. Yeah, and you can see I'm shaking out my legs. I'm slapping my legs. Like, my legs were burning by this point. And I'm able to push here and go unbroken. I'm pretty sure I got my correct time. And even here, like, I could have gone faster. But I'm pausing at the top. Like, I'm out of breath. My legs are burning. I just need that extra second at the top to let my legs sort of recoup a little bit. I think this is my last one here, 49. Yep. 8:49. So about 50 seconds, 48 seconds slower than in 2015. So not overall, I'm pretty happy with this. Like, definitely strategically, I did better on this workout. In 2015, like I said, I was absolutely wrecked, rolling on the floor. Like I pushed it. I think I may have tried to do the 27 thrusters unbroken. Maybe I broke it up into 2 sets, and then tried to do the 21 like my goal was just to crush it at the time. I was like, yeah, rowing, thrusters, I got this. And it ruined me. So here, this was a much better strategic approach for me. I feel, I feel fine now. Nothing worse than a normal workout. So strategy wise, break it up early, and then just be aware of rests. Like, you can see how choosing to drop it those extra times really added up some seconds to that. And I'm not sure how else I maybe would have done it. Maybe I could have tried to row a little slower to save my legs a little bit to push on the thrusters. Because, but then, hey, who knows how much time I would have lost on the rower. So there we go. That was me doing 15.5, our workout of the week. I'll be checking out your scores tomorrow. Have fun with this one, gang, and I'll see you guys at the gym.